Hey everyone, for all you mums out there who want to turn your everyday mom socializing into powerhouse business networking, this episode is for you. Hi, I'm Penny Nilsson. I'm so glad you're tuning in. Today, I had a really special guest with us, Merrina Wedewer. Merrina is the marketing director of the brand new Temperature Pro franchise here in Saskatoon, which she runs alongside her husband. They're your go-to team for keeping your home and business comfortable. And she's a fellow BNI member of mine right in Martensville. She's been doing an amazing job with the social media and brings so much positivity to the table. Hi, Merrina. How are you doing?
I'm good, Penny. How are you?
Doing good. I'm so glad you drove out here today. It's a wintry day, and you're all the way from Saskatoon out to Dalmeny, my place, and
I've been driving Waka, Saskatoon out here, but yeah, the roads are definitely getting better than they were this morning.
That's good. Well, today I wanted to interview you a little bit and kind of pick your brain because I'm really interested. What is going on with this Temperature Pro? I didn't even hear this name before. What does it mean?
Temperature Pro, well, we're an HVAC company, heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and indoor air quality, or IAQ. Temperature Pro is actually a franchise out of the States. Not that I like to say that too often, because it is locally owned and operated, and everything we do is and buy is up here in Canada. But yeah, it's a franchise, and it was something that we got turned on to through a franchise matchmaker, she likes to call herself.
Okay, fantastic. Like a dating matchmaker.
Yeah, actually, that's exactly how she kind of introduced her business to us as we were kind of interviewing her and what she could maybe help us with. My husband and I were looking at moving home from Texas and getting out of the oil and gas industry, and there's not much oil and gas in Saskatoon, so we had to figure something else out. So yeah, this matchmaker, she interviewed us in depth, went through all of our strengths and all of our weaknesses, and came up with a few different franchise scenarios that we could possibly get involved with. And then from there, it was due diligence and research and interviewing and going to see the sites and spending a lot of time humming and hawing. Yeah, Temperature Pro had a very great marketing side that I felt I could join in on, and operations side that my husband could definitely do. So it felt like a good fit for both of us, balance.
Yeah, fantastic. So you were already in business. You wanted to move. Is this home? Back home?
This is home, yes.
Okay.
Waka is home, actually.
Okay.
But to still make some money while we're waiting to retire.
I don't think you're waiting for anything. I think you're ready to go.
I could do with some more traveling, but both my kids are off at school and stuff, so I got some time.
So I think I saw it said you're the marketing director.
Yes, I got to choose my own title. It was very nice.
I love that. But also when you walked through my door, you said, I did a lot of different things today.
I did, yeah. I don't know how many people really have ever opened their own business, but that first year before you even open your doors, you're wearing about 20 different hats. I was very overwhelmed in the beginning and scared, really scared on whether or not I could actually do this. But
imposter syndrome, do you think?
Something like that, yeah. But our matchmaker did say that, if you aren't scared, then it ain't worth doing. So that helped to lift my spirits a little bit and settle me into why not.
And we do want to do things that are a little bit scary because otherwise it's boring. Absolutely. That could happen, right? Like been there, done that.
The first time you became a mom, right?
No preparation. It's like, whoa, okay.
Exactly. I mean, I think we were all scared when we did that. And then you just kind of have to dig your feet in and go for it.
It's so fun. Yeah. Being a mom is awesome. I love it.
Yes.
Still love it.
Yes,
you have a couple of kids, right?
I do. I have a 21-year-old and an 18-year-old, and they're now both out of the house. So I am an empty nester as of September. Yes, different, but the business is keeping my hands from being too idle.
Isn't it? I feel that way as well. My son, Andrew, is 27, and I was an empty nester for a couple of years, and then he came back, and we made a space here at our house for him and his girlfriend, and now he's, continuing to be the man of the house.
He's not so quiet.
Not so quiet. However, I feel like you too with the business, with my consulting business and coaching people, there are so many hats to wear as that solopreneur. And like, I call them butterflies. Which one do I grab?
Everywhere from accounting to office management to it's not like the guys are all that great at wanting to order uniforms and stuff. So that has to be done. And, there's lots of little stuff. And then just follow-ups and we like to write thank you cards. So if I don't do it, maybe one day we'll have. Yeah, no, but it does not get monotonous, that's for sure.
No, just like raising kids, I guess.
Yes, there's always something new every day. You're a chef and a cleaner and a taxi driver and coach and
yes, it's a variety job too. Multitasking.
Yes, absolutely.
I know we were talking, we're both in BNI together. It's a brand new group, Business Networking International.
Yes, it was so exciting. We just chartered our chapter here at the beginning of October.
Yeah, I guess I was the last member to come on to actually be able to officially.
You and Nassar, yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah, it was really exciting. I joined back in March. Yeah, March of this year. So, but there was quite a few of them before me. So I guess it was about a year and a half in the making to get the chapter up and running.
Is this your first time in BNI?
It is. It is. Me too. Actually, our franchisor, one of their big takeaways was, get into a BNI group and connect with other people that aren't in your field of work and expand your network. I thought, well, sure.
Awesome recommendation.
Yeah.
Anything we can do to be visible. I was just talking about that I'm doing the educational piece at BNI for 5 minutes. And yeah, just being visible, getting out there, meeting people is the number one thing we can do. Building trust.
Absolutely.
Relationship.
Yeah. Those trust relationships, accountability, all of that kind of stuff. Because, as a small business owner, you have to go out there and trust people, and that's part of what's going to make your business great. If you don't trust people, you're never really going to grow or, make the money that you want to make or any of those things. I mean, I was very fortunate with the BNI group that we have because there was so many of them that actually helped get my business off the ground, from insurance to promo, marketing, items, stuff like that.
You had a group to lean on right away, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling too. It's like, oh, I'm part of a team now.
Yes.
Even though we're all independently doing our own little gig, our own business, right? There's a team feel to it. I love it.
Everybody's gone through some stage of where you are at one point in their career or their lifetime.
Yeah.
So it just, there's so much knowledge in that one room. It's just a matter of asking the questions, right?
Yeah. Now, the other thing, switching gears, I heard you talking the other day, you were mentioning, how do you switch gears from networking, just with other mothers and, being a mom and transitioning now into more of a businesswoman? Where's your jacket? I'm practicing here.
Wearing my sweaters lately.
But yeah, that transition, you were saying it's been a little bit challenging. Tell us about that.
It has been challenging. A person thinks that they kind of know what networking is. You go out and you socialize and you talk to people and you ask questions and you listen and you form relationships. Well, it's not as simple as that. I mean, I thought I was networking all the time in my mom groups or meeting up for play dates or, cool PTAs and stuff like that. But it's quite different.
Okay, what do you mean? How is it different? What are you finding?
I think mindset has a lot to do with it, about how a person wants to get to know you, like when you're in your play groups and stuff, you're more on a friendship. Can I hang out with these people? Can I trust them with my kids? You want to create more of a relationship that's outside of everything else in your life, nothing to do with business. But I find that networking for business, as much as there's that social aspect to it, there's different questions, there's different, you know, different things to ask, different ways to listen that I've never done before.
Yeah.
And I'm still learning a lot, which is great to have you in our BNI group.
Definitely. I really love networking. It is so much fun. I really do like it. Like what you say, it is different. And, until you said that the other day, I wasn't really thinking about it.
I was surprised how disappointed and almost distraught I was about one of my interactions.
Yeah, you want to tell us that story? You feel okay telling it?
Sure, absolutely. I had gotten together with a lady that she could have helped me in my business, and I kind of went in with the mindset of getting to know her just as a person. I didn't really want to know a lot about her business yet because I like to trust the people that I work with before anything. And so I was taking that mom group kind of mindset and putting that forward. And if I like the lady and I think I can get along with her, then maybe we could, grow from there. But I definitely know she didn't have that same mindset coming in. And having some negative comments towards the end of our conversation and stuff and leaving, just it put a sour taste in my mouth. I did still follow up with her and, tried to clear the air and let her know that, I think perhaps maybe we were on a different pages. And she was very quick to respond and say, absolutely, we were on different pages.
Oops.
So, like when you try to go out and do stuff like that, there are going to be those times where I think you feel kind of like a failure or that you didn't do it correctly, but I think that's part and parcel with everything you do in life, right?
I would say it was a learning experience. And looking back, maybe even a couple of weeks from now, you might see it a little bit different and glean something. I didn't really, or after networking or interacting with other people, maybe you'll see it differently too.
Yeah, well, it hasn't stopped me from networking.
That's a good thing. That's really good. Well, I think with networking, I think that for me, the purpose is to go in, what can I give you? Is kind of my thought when I first meet you. And I know about the idea of let's be friends, so to speak. Like, what do we have in common? How can we help each other? How can we support each other? But that first initial greeting has to kind of put the other person at ease and feel like I can trust you and know you a little bit.
Yeah.
But we can't go right in like, oh, I'm going to sell you something. You're going to have you're going to become one of my coaching clients, right? Well, no, I don't even know you. Yeah. Like, I don't know anything about you. I don't even know what your product is. So how could...
And maybe that's where I went wrong. I spent too much time focusing on her and not enough on her product.
Find your way.
I'm sure I will.
Yeah.
I'll have a lot of experiments and trial and errors.
Okay. Well, what's my next question here? Oh, well, she could be labeled as a Debbie Downer or some kind of situation like that, where you walk away feeling like, oh, I don't know if I want to go back out there.
Feel good about myself. I didn't feel good about the situation. So yeah, it's kind of like a Debbie Downer. And a lot of people, I suppose, could turn around and not want to keep trying to network in the business world.
You got back right out there.
I did, yes. Yeah. And I actually joined the Saskatoon Women's Networking Group, like right after that.
Good.
To go to their monthly lunches and stuff, which you think of it as a large group, but it is more of a intimate setting of just the people at your table while you're having lunch and just kind of ease into getting to know each other, and questions can be had by all, which is nice. But yeah, I guess I talked to my husband a little bit about it and said my feelings about my experience, and he basically just said, perhaps it was your mindset. And I thought long and hard about that and thought, yeah, perhaps it, my mindset is really what's going to make everything. So if I go into networking thinking that I suck at it,
that's not going to help.
It's not going to help. So yeah, I just keep thinking that each time I'm just going to get a little bit better. I'm going to learn something more. I'm going to meet a new person. I'm going to meet a Penny.
Yay!
And keep moving forward with it. So glass is half full. rather than glasses half empty, right?
No, just get back out there for sure. The other thing I'm thinking about listening to this story is that just kind of letting go of that and keep moving forward. And then also, I guess I try to bring what value can I bring to that person. So I know in some some networking advice, they'll say try to research the people or person you're going to be meeting ahead of time. And I could have even done that today. I could have researched your background better. I feel like I know you already, but when I think about it, like actually we've only met once, like one-on-one,
Yeah.
and then we've known each other, the group, but there's still so much more to know. And I feel like I could have done a better job. Like we're critiquing myself now for this. This is like networking. We're sitting down having a coffee or water, getting to know each other. Yeah, I could have done that. So that might be one little thing to take away for anybody who's listening out there.
I am going to put that in my bucket, or actually my husband loves to call it his toolbox.
The
Put it
toolbox.
in my toolbox
Yeah.
as my learning tools for the next time I go out.
Yeah. I know that I also had learned that from a fellow. One time I went to this great big event at Vandesta. I don't know if you're familiar with that company,
I'm not, no.
but they have some fabulous events, and they asked me to speak there one time. So I spoke, but previous to me, the owner was there, and that was one of the key things he said: research that person you're going to meet or your ideal client. If you have a client in mind, and clients, we have to know them very well, as much as you can from social media, from meeting other people. And then you can say, I noticed your daughter was in Calgary. You know, what was she doing there? Or etc. Or I noticed that you're on a board for literacy. I don't know. Like whatever they're into, I think those are really good connectors. And maybe it doesn't feel so.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Being able to have a topic prepared going into conversation is never a bad thing.
You're reminding me about that. I'd totally forgotten about that angle.
Well, I've got more tools in that box.
That's another tool. Okay. So for someone brand new going out there, now that you have kind of stepped into this new businesswoman role, any advice for those other ladies who maybe haven't made the jump yet? They're feeling a little bit scared about networking, about taking what else might we be scared of when we were first starting? Am I good enough? Imposter syndrome. What am I going to sell? There's so many different things that could block you.
I always told my kids, you'll never know the answer to your question unless you ask it. And if it's a yes or no question, it's always going to be a no unless you follow through with asking it, because who knows, maybe then it'll be a yes. So I think my biggest thing is just give it a try. Yes, it's scary. You're not going to die from fear. And maybe it doesn't work out, but at least you can say that you went all the way in, you did your best, and who can regret that? Who can, I'm going in with both feet and investing, a good chunk of my future into our business. And, if it doesn't work out, then, well, at least I gave it a damn good try. Sorry, pardon my French.
Yeah, I don't think it's not going to work out, because given that we're both, I think, close to 50 here, there's a switch over. There's another girlfriend of mine, she's in this age range too, when the kids are gone, we're empty nester type. Like, we need something to do. And when I taught it, I used to teach college at the college in Warman. And those ladies who came in who were 50 years old or older, or like 45 and older, they were kick-ass women. Like, there was no stopping them, compared to, the 18-year-olds who are just still like cruising around. Like, I don't know what to do. I'm not quite sure. Different, right?
Chunk of their life.
And we still got lots of time. Yes. And now I feel the pressure of, okay, like I need to pick up the pace here and go for it. This is my last big run.
Say last. You never know what the future may.
Of course not. I don't think it's the end. I just feel like there's a different pressure now.
There's definitely a different pressure, but at least I know I've got my kids out of the house and they're on their way to be able to support themselves. That's, I think, one of the biggest factors. I was more excited about getting into this business venture, because even if something in the negative does happen, I know that they're taken care of. So those years of being that stay-at-home mom and stuff, you know, that'll be it'll always be my biggest achievement, but at least I know that they're going to be able to go into something for themselves and be able to support themselves.
Yeah. I feel that way too. You were married the whole time with your kiddos?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So you had that advantage. And I feel like I had a different advantage as a single mom. An advantage and a disadvantage.
A harder advantage.
But it really did push me to grow and to be a leader for my family, for my son. I only had the one. Unfortunately, I didn't have a dozen. I would have loved to have more. Nevertheless.
Raising 1 or 10, I mean, it's going to take the same emotional toll and the same amount of stressors out of you. Like, it is. You know, being a parent is wonderful, but scary and stressful and, you know, every other emotion under the sun. So,
yeah. I think if we can raise kids, we can definitely do business.
You know, yep. I absolutely think you're right, because I sit in my day-to-day, the multitasking, going from one thing to the other and flipping back over and, you know, having then other people walk into my office. They're, you know, I'm mid-work and they're mid-sentence trying to get my attention, and, you know, being able to still listen to that and complete some of my tasks and stuff. Yeah, being a mom definitely transitions into the workforce.
Really reminding me of all those times we were embarrassed of our kid, or I did something wrong, or embarrassed in the grocery store when there's a big meltdown. You know what? If we can live through that and handle it all and still come out on the other side.
That's a very, right? Very good point.
We got this.
I remember standing there. My son was actually the good one when it came to meltdowns. He had one, and that was it. He literally laid down on the floor in the middle of Walmart and screaming and kicking. I don't know if he saw it on TV or from a friend or what, but he was throwing a big hissy fit. And I backed up, crossed my arms, and I stood behind a stack of towels that were on sale, and I watched him throw it. And I just looked at him, and people were walking by, and I'm like, well, whatever, let him have his moment. Like, and finally, when he was done and realized that he was getting nowhere, he looked around and he couldn't see me. So that must have scared him enough that, oh, well, I'm not going to do that again, kind of thing. And from there, it was quiet and calm, and every time after, Walmart was a very easy and successful shopping trip.
Walmart was great after that. I love that. No problem.
Walmart
approved. The kids could have a badge. Walmart approved. You can go in. Now your daughter, not Walmart approved?
Well, she never threw hissies, but there was always something, Mom, why can't I have it, Mom? You know, like, and then it wouldn't stop afterwards. But, you know, girls and boys are different that way. And some other people's kids could be totally the opposite. Boys are more of the, Mom, I want. And
temperament.
Yeah. So each to their own. My kids are definitely both, like, one's very artistic and one's very logical and, you know, black and white. There's no gray areas. So, you know, it was definitely different raising both of them. So I guess there's really a lot that I can pull from that. Into business, with dealing with different personalities, dealing with my own employees with different personalities.
I think there's a book in there. We better co-author a book. We'll co-author that. We'll find some help. Someone can write it. We can talk about it.
Maybe Andrew will be able to do that.
Maybe. Yeah, no kidding. Right on. Okay, so there are a couple things. I think maybe some of our listeners might like to know who's the name. Can you share the name of the business matchmaker? Is that the title?
Yes. Oh, I'm pulling a blank now. Oh my gosh. Carrie Ann Gulliver. She is out of Colorado. She has, what is it? Franchise. You're asking, is franchise Logic?
Okay.
That's what it is.
We'll be sure to hook her up in our show notes so that people can find her.
She is just down to earth, very friendly.
Fantastic.
I didn't want to meet her in the beginning when my husband's like, oh, you have to meet her. I'm like, no. Probably just, no, she was definitely made me eat my words and then some.
Carrie, what's her name?
Carrie Ann.
Carrie Ann.
Yeah.
Right on, Carrie Ann.
She was fantastic. And she had supported us weekly calls and then bi-weekly calls and then monthly calls. And we just recently kind of stopped the monthly calls to we're now doing every 3 months. And she just checks in to see how we're doing.
Coaching a little bit.
Yeah, and if we had any questions or if she needed to reach out to our franchisor on our behalf or anything like that, just to support us and make sure that we were happy in our endeavor. So, yeah.
All right. And then my other question is, would you be comfortable if other women reached out to you and said, hey, you know,
Absolutely.
what do I do? I feel lost. Or can we just have a coffee?
Yeah, even if it's just you want to vent out your issues because you're feeling lost. Because I tell you what, I felt like that, and I'm still gonna feel like that. They say the first 3 years of building your business is the hardest, and I don't doubt that. You know, like some months might be good, but there's gonna be other months that is gonna become more of a headache than you want it to be.
So you're on Instagram,
Facebook. Personally, I am.
LinkedIn.
Yes. And then LinkedIn, and then our company's on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. We've got posts on Nextdoor, a little bit of social everywhere.
Okay. And maybe one last plug then for your business. What are people needing right now before winter hits in Saskatchewan, where we are? We just got snow. Looks like it might be here to stay.
Hopefully not. There's some ice underneath that snow,
Maybe.
so it can melt on Monday.
It might.
But yeah, no, furnace tune-ups. You guys get your furnaces checked before it's too late. I know some people are really enjoying the cool evenings, being able to sleep in the cool weather. They're not turning on their furnaces quite yet, but when you really need them, they're not going to be there for you if you don't get your tune-ups done. It's so important to make sure that your filters are clear, because a clogged filter will overwork your
good
system.
Reminder, because I bought some filters, but they haven't been put in yet. So yeah, good reminder.
Yeah, and you know, like your techs will clean out your furnace, because any dust and stuff on the blower motor can make that work harder. You should definitely get your vents cleaned once a year, because again, that prevents your air from flowing properly, which again makes your furnace work harder. So all of those things combined. So if you can keep it up a little bit, you'll make your system last a lot longer.
Love it. And what's your phone number? Where can we find you? Do you have it memorized?
Yeah, 306-800-6564 is our main line. And Saskatoon at temperaturePro.com. Or if you want to get a hold of me, is Merrina.Wedewer or temperaturePro.com. There's some spelling in there. MERRINA.WEDEWER at temperaturePro.com. So yes, you'll find me.
Fantastic. Thanks, Merrina.
Thanks, Benny.